You won't believe this, but Johnny Depp has done something that's really shaken up the internet recently. And no, it's not a new movie or a big red carpet appearance. This time, it's something much more personal, a love letter. Yes, you heard that right. A love letter. Now, you might be thinking, a love letter? What's so special about that? But trust me, when Johnny Depp shared his letter, it left fans absolutely stunned and emotional. The kind of emotional where you're wiping away tears, because his words just hit so deep. So, why is this love letter so different from the millions of others? Well, it's the way Johnny wrote it. He didn't just pen a simple, "I love you." He wrote something that felt like it came straight from his soul. His words were honest, raw, and full of feeling. And what made it even more powerful was that it wasn't just a letter meant for one person. It felt like he was speaking to everyone, opening up in a way that made all of us feel like we were part of his story. Fans couldn't stop talking about it. Some cried, others felt like it spoke to them on a level they never expected from a celebrity. But let's break it down. What was it about this letter that made people react this way? What was it that turned a simple message into something so meaningful? Well, it's the way Johnny expressed himself. His words weren't just a statement of love, they were a confession. They were about love, loss, and the struggles he's been through. And he didn't shy away from showing his vulnerability. Johnny Depp, someone we all know from films like Pirates of the Caribbean, took off the armor of being a famous actor and gave us a glimpse into his heart. And that's where the magic really happens. Imagine this. You've been through heartache, maybe even felt lost, and suddenly, you read something so real and so vulnerable that it makes you think, hey, I've felt that too. That's the feeling that a lot of people got when they read Johnny Depp's letter. It wasn't just a message, it was a moment of connection. He wasn't just talking to a specific person, he was reaching out to all of us. Now, let's talk about why this letter resonated so deeply with fans. You see, in today's world, we're used to seeing celebrities put on a certain image. They often show us the glitz and glam, the happy moments, and the perfect lives. But what we don't often see are the struggles, the emotions, and the real pain they go through. Johnny Depp's letter did something rare, it was real. It was honest. It was human. And in a world that's often full of fake perfection, that raw honesty felt like a breath of fresh air. What makes his letter even more touching is how it reminds us of our own struggles. We all go through tough times. We all have our own battles with love, heartache, and the difficulty of letting go. Johnny Depp's vulnerability in sharing his feelings made us realize we're not alone. We all go through those tough times, and sometimes, just hearing someone else share their own story can make us feel less isolated. It's important to remember that this letter wasn't just a beautiful piece of writing, it was an act of courage. It's not easy to share your deepest emotions with the world, especially when you're constantly in the spotlight. But Johnny Depp did just that. He showed us that even in the midst of fame and fortune, we all go through pain, and we all have moments where we need to express our feelings, no matter who's watching. And let's talk about what we can learn from this. The letter really shows us the power of vulnerability. It's easy to think that showing vulnerability is a sign of weakness. But in reality, it's a sign of strength. Johnny Depp didn't hide behind a mask of fame or success. He showed us who he really is. And that's something we can all learn from. Whether it's in a relationship, with friends, or even with ourselves, being open and honest about how we feel is powerful. But it's not just about being vulnerable. It's also about the power of words. Words have the ability to heal, to connect, and to inspire. Think about it, a single letter, filled with raw emotion, has touched thousands, maybe even millions, of people. It's a reminder that the things we say, whether spoken or written, can have an impact that we might never fully realize. Now, let's dive into a few things that Johnny Depp's letter teaches us about love and life. First, don't be afraid to share your true feelings. If you're in love, if you're heartbroken, or even if you're just going through a tough time, don't bottle it all up. Express yourself. Whether it's a letter, a conversation, or even a song, your words matter. And they can touch people in ways you may not even expect. Second, let's talk about the importance of being honest, even when it's hard. Johnny Depp didn't sugarcoat anything in his letter. He didn't try to make things sound perfect or pretty. He simply told the truth. And that's something we can all do. Whether we're dealing with a relationship, a personal challenge, or even just navigating life, being honest with ourselves and others makes all the difference. And lastly, let's not forget the importance of remembering our worth. We all have moments when we feel down or like we're not good enough. But Johnny Depp's letter reminds us that we are enough, just as we are. His vulnerability didn't make him less of a person, it made him more relatable, more human. And that's something we can all strive for. We don't have to be perfect. We just need to be real. So, what can we take away from this? Johnny Depp's love letter wasn't just a piece of writing. It was a lesson in love, vulnerability, and the power of words. It showed us that no matter who we are or what we go through, we all have the ability to connect with others on a deep level through honesty and emotion. And that's something worth remembering. I want to hear from you. What's the most powerful love letter or message you've ever received? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts with me. I'd love to hear your stories. And before you go, check out another video we have that dives into Johnny Depp's most emotional moments in his career. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We've got more stories like this coming your way.